Hello there, lovable, powerful diva ones. Kathy Hamilton here. And today I'm out on my front porch, which is one of my favorite places in the entire world. If the camera is moving around a little bit, I've got it kind of precariously settled on my knees, so it's a little bit wobbly. But I just wanted to tune in today and just kind of share some thoughts with you that I've been having just on the topic of the month in Diva Nation, which was I am and do enough. And I think this month in particular was a little challenging for me just because our state started to reopen, and so I've been kind of dealing with just more of getting used to going places again, where you don't realize, first of all, how much you miss going to places before you can't, and then when you're actually getting back out there, it's a little bit unnerving, if you will. And I think just I was not prepared just for all the energy it takes of just getting reacclimated to what the new normal is for the moment, because it's ever changing, and just always being able to tune into myself just to know what's right for me, even in order of what to do, not do, what I'm comfortable with compared to what somebody else might be comfortable with. And so it's just been really interesting. And as I said in my newsletter, I think it's really highlighting our need to be right. And I think there's so much fear out there of making the wrong decision for yourself or even on behalf of other people. There's just a lot of pressure. So if you're feeling pretty much anything, just if you're feeling depressed or anxious or even angry, I know I went through this period of time where when I first learned that we were reopening, I started to get a little bit mad about it, which it's just been very emotional. And I think just really honor yourself for whatever you're feeling, because it's perfectly normal. And always just keeping in mind that whatever you are doing, it's enough for you. And there's a lot of outside noise coming at us from this point, and you're not getting a real consistent message with anything. And also just things that were going on before the pandemic hit for you just are going to be really, really up now, because there's just this extra layer of stress on top. And also just globally, where everyone's going through something. So it's like you've got that collective body of energy that just feels off. It feels anxious. You could feel in the air. It's like a little bit of a tension. And even if you are going about and doing things that you normally do and really like to do when there are other people involved, there's just that energy to it that where you're just kind of like, ooh, should I really be doing it? Should I not be doing that? And I think for me personally, it also just highlighted some things from my past, even with having cancer and going through chemo, that have absolutely nothing to do with the corona. But it was bringing that up and just being able to protect myself, and also just some of that guilt, I think, of, should something happen and you have made the wrong choice, in your mind, if something that maybe everyone else is saying, oh, don't do this, and you're just like, okay, I felt comfortable doing it, and then, oh geez, now I got the corona. There's just some negative connotations with that. So again, just honor yourself for whatever you're feeling, and just keep tuning within to know really what is right for you, because what is right for you is not necessarily going to be right for somebody else to do or not do. And I think we all just have to do what's best for ourselves, and then just take responsibility for it. And if you're always, tuning in to what's right for you, you're not going to go wrong. And even if you did end up getting sick, sometimes, for all of us metaphysical people, it's like disease is much more than just a germ, and coming in contact with the germ, there's all sorts of, things going on behind the scenes of why things happen. And even for me, when I was going through my experience with cancer, I never really questioned why I had the cancer, because emotionally I knew what had been happening, and I did some energy work on it, and it was one of the greatest experiences of my life, which I know a lot of people probably look at me like I'm crazy when I say that, but it's true. So during this time period, again, like you are enough. Whatever you're doing is enough, and whoever you are in this moment is enough. And really just allowing yourself just to want whatever you're wanting, you know, even past this pandemic, or what has been highlighted that really hasn't been working. There's a lot of society norms that really weren't working before, and now with the pandemic, it's really highlighted what's working even less. And I think one of the things when I was doing the heart-centered EFT process, I said a phrase that life is enough. And for whatever reason, that really got me, and it opened my heart even as I was saying it out loud, because I thought, like, so many things that we really do want to be different now, you automatically want them to be different like that. And I thought, you know what? It's all going to unfold. We don't have to force it. We don't have to try to manipulate or control it. All we have to do is show up, and in this moment, exactly how you are, and that's it. That's all that's required. So just, again, honor yourself. Just keep doing what you do. Keep turning within. That's so important to know what's going on inside of you, instead of really just, you know, coming at it from what's being on the outside and what's being told to you, because a lot of that really doesn't even matter. You're going to know what's right for you to do or not do at all times. And you've been following your intuition all along. Sometimes we just don't pay attention and acknowledge that we have been. So you are doing a great job, even if it doesn't feel like it, even when you are feeling angry about how things are, if you're not happy with things, if you're nervous about things, if you're having a lot of anxiety, that's okay. It's enough. You're doing enough, and that's all that really matters. So I just wanted to give you that little shout out to tell you guys that I love you and I'm super proud of you, and I will be with you again soon. Bye.